We are back on here with another live video, another live. Feel me? All right. So look, right. We're gonna go ahead and jump right into it. This live will be getting uploaded to my YouTube channel either sometime today or sometime tomorrow. Um, it has to come from the soul. Fake energy does not. It's not gonna last. Now look, maybe so. Now look, for up today's video, I want to give a huge shout out to the Most High in general for everything. I'm also giving a huge shout out to the Most High for giving me these amazing downloads, dropping this amazing good information on me, for me no cap. I'm also giving you a shout out to everyone and to y'all. Y'all literally take energy out of y'all's day to come rock with me, show me love and support, feel me. I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all so much more. Love always deeply. I'm also sending good positive energy, good positive protection, and good positive energy, and good positive feeling, and good positive energy towards everyone always deeply. If you want to buy my ebook, you can. It's $10.90. Link is going to be in the description and in the comments down below. Also, if you want to do a consultation with me, I'm still doing one-on-one consultations. Just DM me on my Instagram at humbleollie2 times. And let's go ahead and get more deep into the live. So, it has to come from the soul. What do I mean by this when I say it has to come from the soul, right? It has to come from the soul, bro. So, what this means is that when you are in the process of manifesting, right? It has to come from the soul. What I mean by this is that it has to come from the soul if you have a soul. Everybody does not have a soul, but if you do have a soul, it has to come from the soul. Basically, what this means is that if I'm trying to manifest something, right? Not trying to, but if you're in the process of manifesting something, you have to, it has to come from the soul, bro. Like when you're saying your affirmations, it has to come from the soul. You have to really mean it. If not, it's not going to change. It's not, what I mean by it's not going to change is that it's not going to go in the direction that you want it to go. It's not going to manifest how you want it to manifest. You see what I'm saying? You have to, it has to come from the soul. You know what I'm saying? It has to, you have to really mean it. Right? So if you don't really mean what you're saying, then it's not going to manifest. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to manifest. You know what I'm saying? Or if it does manifest, it might not be in the way how you want it to manifest because you don't even think that what you're saying is possible. You see what I'm saying? You don't even think what you're saying is possible. You feel me? What's up, Valera? You see what I'm saying? You don't even think what you're saying is possible. So since you don't think what you're saying is possible, how are you going to manifest? When you are manifesting something, or when you are saying something, when you are writing something down, it has to come from the soul. If not, the manifestation is not going to work properly. What's up, Milk? What's up, Milk? The manifestation is not going to work properly, right? It's about the soul. It's about the inner. How do you feel when you're saying these things, right? How do you feel? When you say you're going to achieve these goals, how do you feel? One of the main things in the manifesting is feeling. How do you feel when you're saying it? That's what a lot of people aren't telling y'all about manifestations. Manifestations comes from, what I was saying is that with manifestations, you have to feel it, right? So with this being said is that you have to feel that you already have it. That's one of the key things to manifestation. Don't get me wrong, a lot of people do say that, but a lot of people also don't say that. Appreciate the light. You have to feel that you already have what you want. That's one of the fastest, smoothest ways to manifest and attract. It's literally by, you feel me? It's literally by feeling it. You have to feel it. You see what I'm saying? You might have to feel what you want to try to get, right? You see what I'm saying? What's up, Chabin? My bad if I said that wrong. What's up, Chabin? What's up, y'all? Appreciate y'all being up in here. But look, right? So, with fake energy, right? You can only hold fake energy for so long. What I mean by this is, appreciate the likes. What I mean by this is that you can only hold fake energy for so long. What I mean by this is that you can only be fake for so long, right? You can only wear the mask for so long. You can only paint yourself for so long. Eventually, it's going to fall off, right? This is why if you notice a lot of people who be real fake, right? If you notice over time, it's just like, it's like they got to like rejuvenate. What I mean by rejuvenate, it's like they got to go repower up because they're getting low on energy. The reason why they're getting low on energy is because they're trying to portray an image that they are not. You see what I'm saying? When you're trying to portray an image, it can feel draining. Even though you never run out of energy, you always have energy. Can you get tired? Can you feel tired? Yes, we can get tired, right? But you never run out of energy. Even when you're tired, you can still do something, right? Right now, you could be tired, but you can still go do some push-ups, right? Yeah, you can still go do push-ups, even though you're tired. You see what I'm saying? So Another thing is too, right, is that with faking energy, right? When you are faking energy, it can feel like you're draining yourself because you're not truly being yourself. And since you're not truly being yourself, what energy are you going to attract? Okay, can y'all hear me now? Can you hear me now? All right, can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? Type one in the chat if y'all can hear me real quick before we. Can y'all hear me? Okay, okay, bet. Thank you for pointing that out. Cause I'm over here just go ranting. Maybe not ranting, but I'm over here talking and stuff. So thank you, I appreciate that. So look, right. So with being fake, right? Since you are being fake and you're being something that you are not. What are you gonna attract? You see what I'm saying? So if you want good people around you, you need to be on good energy, right? Don't go looking for, and why Young Pharaoh had said this. Shout out Young Pharaoh. Don't go looking for what it is that you want. Attract it. You see what I'm saying? For an example, right? You don't have to go looking for people to see your talents and help you with your talents and your gifts and your abilities. If you work on yourself enough, people will come to you. Now, I don't want y'all to take this out of context. I'm not sitting there saying that you can't reach out to people and try to get help with your talents and your gifts. I'm not saying that. That's cool if you want to do that. And I mean that in positive ways. But what I'm saying is that is, for an example, right? Let's say you a skateboarder, right? And you're trying to become a professional skateboarder, right? You're trying to become a professional skateboarder. Work on your craft. The better is you keep working on your craft consistently, you're gonna get what? You're gonna get better and better and better. And since you're getting better and better and better, what'll happen? Over time, people who also skate might see it and be like, dang, this person's really good. Maybe we should add them to our squad, add them to our crew. You see what I'm saying? So attract the life that you want. Why are you looking for the life that you want? Why are you looking for it? You see what I'm saying? No, attract the life that you want. You see what I'm saying? And like I said, bro, it has to come from the soul. You gotta feel it and you gotta know it. How you gonna attract what you want, well, I think I can get it. Maybe I can get it. No, you gotta be like, yeah, I'm gonna get it. Matter of fact, I already have it. It's in the process of coming to myself. You see what I'm saying? Instead of being I don't know, maybe, I think. Or and then too, if you do this, yeah, I'm gonna get this manifestation. But then a week later, you like, it's been a week, I don't know. You messing up your own manifestation. Cause now your manifestation could have been coming in maybe a lot faster, but because a week later you done changed your vibration, you done changed your answer. Now it might start to slow down more. You see what I'm saying, bro? Your energy is powerful. Manifestation isn't just about saying it once or all. I'm gonna say it a bunch of times in a day. One of the main things to manifestation is consistency. Do you actually really feel this way a lot? You see what I'm saying? Facts. Exactly. Because the thing is, bros, is that when you do something consistently, like some people be like, dang, How they get so good so fast? They did it every single day. If you want to get good at something in a fast time, right? This could maybe help you. If you do something every single day and you're actually trying, bro, you're gonna get better at it. You're gonna get better at it. I give an example, right? Ice skiing. I've never done ice skiing, right? But if I do ice skiing every single day and I'm really trying, oh, I'm gonna be good at ice skiing. I'm gonna get really good at ice skiing. You see what I'm saying? Right now, I'm not real good at. I might not be real good at ice skiing. Consistency, and it's not just only about consistency as well. Consistency is imperative. Yes, consistency is important. Appreciate the likes, but it's also about trying, really trying. Because you can do something every single day, but if you're not really trying, what progress are you going to make? The progress that you want to make? Are you going to achieve the thing that you want to achieve? You see what I'm saying? You feel me? You see what I'm saying? It's like you trying to eat a sandwich, but you only got one piece of the bread. Where the other piece of the bread? It's kind of similar like that with consistency and actually trying. You can do it every single day, but are you actually trying? Right? And you can try and give it your all, but are you being consistent with it? You see what I'm saying? Both of those are very, very important, bro. And the thing is, what life is that life isn't supposed to always be easy. We're not supposed to be on easy mode all the time. I know we may not want to hear that, but that's the truth. Life not supposed to be on easy mode all the time. How you gonna truly grow if life is always on easy mode? First of all, if life was always on easy mode, a lot of people wouldn't even want to be on this planet. I'm just gonna be honest with you, because it would just feel too easy. Everything would just feel too easy. A lot of people would become less grateful. It would just feel too easy. And everything in life isn't supposed to always be hard either. Life is about balance. Life is about a lot of different things, right? Balance. You see what I'm saying? Right? You feel me? Blow my nose real quick, man. But yes, like I have said, bro, it has to come from the soul. If you have a soul, it has to come from the soul, right? You have to really feel that you have the life that you want. You see what I'm saying? You feel me? Right? So, if you write your manifestations down, write it. When you're writing it, really feel the energy. What I mean by really feel the energy is really know that you got it. If you say your manifestations out, really say it like, yeah, like I got it. Like I'm going to get it. I got it. I'm not going to get it. I got it. You got to really feel that you, I'm not saying go up in here and try to act or be delusional. No, you got to really be in that energy. You see what I'm saying? Because anybody can sit there and just say, oh, I want to be a millionaire. And everybody can be a millionaire. But guess what? A lot of people say they want to be millionaires, but a lot of people aren't making the right decisions to become millionaires. They're not having the right mindset and being around the right individuals, right? These things play a role, right? The people that you hang around, these things play a role. You see what I'm saying? You trying to become a millionaire, you in the process of trying to become a millionaire, but you're around people that want to be broke. Maybe not want to be broke, but they don't want to. They don't want to keep exceeding. How you gonna become a millionaire, but you're around people that don't want to be a millionaire? They cool with working a 9 to 5. They're cool with making just enough money to get by. So how are you gonna become a millionaire hanging around these individuals? You got these energies around your energy, around your aura field. How are you gonna become a millionaire with these individuals around you? You see what I'm saying? You got these individuals around you. How are you gonna become a millionaire? You see what I'm saying? Your circle is, and I've talked about this multiple times before, bro. Your circle is very imperative, right? If you're going to be around people, why not be around people that's actually going to inspire you, actually going to help you, actually going to tell you, hey, bro, hey, sis, you're actually wrong on this. Why would you want to be around fake individuals? How are you going to grow? How are you truly going to grow if you're around fake individuals? You can learn from those situations. You can learn from being around being around fake individuals. You see what I'm saying? That's why I've been solo. And that's the thing, bro. Like, sometimes being solo is a better option, right? Less distractions. Right? And it's a lot of fake individuals. A lot of people who don't actually want to be friends with one another. A lot of, like, I'm going to give an example. I graduated last year, right? When I was in high school, right? I noticed that people would be around each other a lot, right? But the thing is, do y'all really want to be around each other, or do you not want to sit in that silence? Do you not want to sit with those thoughts? Do you not want to sit with yourself? If you notice that this person is always with somebody, you never see them alone, This might be a person who's really experiencing depression. This might be a person who's going through hell. This might be a person who mentally is not trying to be with their self alone. You see what I'm saying? Right? For real. Facts. Because the thing is that facts. Because facts. That's facts. Because it's a lot of good actors, bro. What I mean by it's a lot of good actors is it's a lot of people who go out here and act and try to portray something that they're not. You see what I'm saying? So and it's imperative to really protect your energy. You see what I'm saying? And it's important to have a strong cutoff game. What I mean by have a strong cutoff game is that no matter who it is, if I gotta cut you off, I gotta cut you off. I gotta protect my energy. You see what I'm saying? Why am I? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you can't give people chances, but how many chances are you gonna give them? You see what I'm saying? They repeatedly doing the same thing over and over and over, right? Sometimes for people to change and actually treat you better, sometimes that might be by never letting them into your aura and letting them into your energy ever again, and that's facts. Shout out 8. You know what I'm saying? So, and what does the 8 represent, right? 8 represents balance, right? So just because you're a person that likes to be alone, or if you're a person that likes to be around a lot of people, like to be really sociable, balance is important. Balance is imperative, right? You don't got to be alone 24/7, but you don't always got to be around people 24/7 as well. Balance, right? You see what I'm saying? Balance, bro. Balance, right? I meditate for almost an hour every day, but I don't meditate 20 hours a day. Balance. You see what I'm saying? It's about balance. Yes, I work out consistently. Do I work out every single day? No. I mean, we actually do, to be honest. We do actually. We work out every single day. But I mean, like, like, y'all know what I mean. No. Balance. You don't have to overly do it, but it doesn't mean that you have to not do it at all either. Balance. Duality. Right? Balance. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, though, bro, if you really want to get good at something, if you do it every single day, like if you really, really want to get good at something, you can do it every single day. If you do it every single day and you are actually trying and you know within yourself, bro, you are going to get really good at that. Facts. You're going to get very good at that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro, it's a lot of people who are portraying to be things, but they're not. You see what I'm saying? So it's very important to, have a strong cutoff game. It's very important to protect your energy. It's very important to not just let anybody around you. You see what I'm saying? You feel me? What up, Rose? You can see the 8 symbol in a lot of brands and logos. All right, bet. Let's talk about brands and logos for a little bit, right? Maybe so. So with brands and logos, right? With these brands, some of these brands, it be spiritual symbolism in it. I'm glad you brought that up. I actually might make a whole video decoding Starbucks. And I like Starbucks, but it's spiritual symbolism behind Starbucks. Why is it called a star? Who are you talking about? Right? I'm not gonna stay on it too long, but I'm gonna touch base on it, right? With Starbucks, right? The woman on there, that's not a woman, that's an actual, I think that might be an actual goddess, right? And they're I think it's a sea goddess, I think maybe so. I could be incorrect. I haven't done too much research on it. But if you look at the Starbucks symbol, like, you can literally go look this up. You can go look at the Starbucks symbol, and then you can go look up what is the representation, like where does this come from, right? Like that's the actual being that they got that Starbucks symbol from. That's not just no Starbucks. You see what I'm saying? That's not just no Starbucks symbol. No, that actually comes from somewhere. Siren. Sirens are real. Sirens are very real, right? I've talked about sirens before. I think I may have. And I know for a fact I've talked about mermaids. Yes, mermaids are real. Sirens are real. Half mermaids are real. What I mean by half mermaid, this is gonna be an individual who is a hybrid. In other words, um, more than one genetics coming together and creating something, right? Creating something, right? So yes, there's mermaids, there's mermen, yes. There's hybrid mermaids or whatever you want to call it, right? Where they might be half mermaid and they might be half siren or another being, right? You know what I'm saying? And they put this in the shows, bro. They put a lot of truth in the kids shows too. Yes, mermaids are real, right? You ever watch Disney, right? Um, and I'm gonna give a good example, right? You ever seen a Lion King? Why are the animals talking? Because animals talk. Animals used to talk. You see how I'm talking verbally throughout my mouth, throughout my throat chakra? Animals used to talk. Animals can still, a lot of animals can still talk verbally, like literally verbally. They, for real, bro. You know what I'm saying? For real. And another thing is too, right? Another thing is too, is that the trees used to talk. The trees used to sing and talk. They show you this in the movies. Why in the movies that the trees singing and talking, the trees they dancing? Right. The trees are alive. We're not the only ones alive, y'all. How is that ant able to go out there and build uh go out there to build pyramids? No, seriously, the ants be out there building pyramids. They be out there building their own structures. We ain't gotta call it a pyramid, but they building their structures. How are they how are they doing that? These are very intelligent beings, bro. Animals aren't just, oh, they're just an animal. No, these are animals. Bro, we used to go to war with animals. You can look this up. We used to ride on lions. I seen a video of a woman, of a goddess, right? She out there walking with the lions. No leash, no none of that. Multiple lions. I think it's like maybe like 2 or 3 lions. She walking with them. But peep the colors she had on. She had on purple. And she had a wooden stick in her hand. Energy. It's the energy, bro. Them lions not gonna attack her, and she knows that, and she knows, and the lions know that she not finna attack them. It's good vibes. You see what I'm saying? Think about it. If you can walk your dog, if you can walk your cat, why can't you walk a lion? Why can't you walk a cheetah? Why can't you walk with a black panther? Now, I don't want you to get this wrong from what I'm saying. I'm not sitting here recommending you, hey, go try to walk a cheetah, go try to walk a lion. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that we can do these things. I'm not recommending to go do it. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you don't have no experience and you're just doing it on your own. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is with mermaids, let's touch base. Let's talk more about mermaids, right? So with mermaids, right? Mermaids are very good at luring people in. A lot of people have transcended, and one of the reasons why was because of the mermaid. What do I mean by this? Mermaids are very good with their throat chakra. Um, a lot of people who are manipulators are very good at using their throat chakra. They're very good at talking, right? And the thing is, what mermaids is, mermaids are very, and I mean very, 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 very good at singing. They have very beautiful voices, right? Even if they're not singing, they know how to project their voice. What is projecting your voice? We may have heard of it, but what does projecting your voice mean? Projecting your voice can mean it's the energy of it, right? You see what I'm saying? I could be like, hey, can you pass me that? Or I could be like, hey, can you pass me that? Right? It's 2 different energies. In other words, it's 2 different tones. So with mermaids, they lure people in. They attract people in off their voice, off their throat chakra energy, literally. They have very beautiful voices. They know how to sing very fluently, very well. And they attract people into the ocean, and into the water, literally. Facts. It's proof of mermaids, literally. And I might make a whole YouTube video talking about fairies. Yes, fairies are real too. We not no. They don't get a pass. No, fairies are real too. You know what I'm saying? But if y'all want to watch that video, y'all can. I made a video a while ago decoding mermaids. But yeah though, bro, fairies are real. Fairies are most definitely real. Right? Fairies are most definitely real. And I might make a video too about Shrek. Cause Shrek, that stuff, bro, that stuff comes from real life. Some of that stuff does. And notice the color of Shrek. Shrek was considered an ogre. What color was Shrek though? Shrek was green. We used to be green. Come on, bro. And what color are the Smurfs? The Smurfs are blue. Who are you talking about? We used to be blue. We used to be blue, green, purple, etc. You know what I'm saying? Why do you think back in the day they used to call black folks colored folks? Why didn't they just say black folks? Why did they say colored folks? Because they know we colorful beings, literally. If we rise in a high enough frequency, our color going to. If we rise in a high enough frequency, I might turn blue. Literally, I might turn sky blue, like how my room is. Seriously, seriously. You trying to figure out why my favorite color purple? In your past life, you might have been purple. You might remember who you are. I mean, it's not that you might. You know who you are. We all remember. If you got a soul, you remember who you are. It's just more so about remembering again who you are. You see what I'm saying? Because, like I said, bro, if you got a soul, anything you've ever experienced is kind of like a computer. So it goes into your soul in a way. What I mean by it goes into your soul is you remember the experience. Even if you don't remember it off the top of the dome, even if you don't remember it off the top of your head, um, how do I put it? Like if you got a soul, anything you've experienced, it's kind of like it's a part of you in a way. Like I'm gonna give an example, right? You know how you take photos, you take videos on your phone, and they like stay in this little area that you can go look at it in, unless you delete it. It's kind of similar to that, but with a soul, when it's experiencing something, it can't be deleted. Now, you can potentially manipulate somebody into thinking that they don't have their memories. But if you got a soul, you can never lose your memories. Now, when people get put under MK Ultra, in other words, or like hypnosis, right? It can make these people think that they don't remember who they are anymore, but they will have to go deep within themselves. Those memories are still there. So if you have a soul, anything you've ever experienced, basically what I'm saying is if you have a soul, anything that you've experienced, it's a part of your memory. It's a part of your soul. That doesn't go away, right? See what I'm saying? Right? And for MK Ultra, first of all, you can break out of MK Ultra, but you got to be mad strong. A lot of people don't break out of MK Ultra. You got to be everybody's strong, but you got to be really strong. You got to be mentally tough. Like everybody's mentally tough, but you got to be really, 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 really strong to break out of MK Ultra. Everybody hasn't broke out of MK Ultra. There's a lot of people that are on MK Ultra. Maybe so. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? And I could literally, bro. There's so many videos I could just decode and break down, like the movie Get Out, bro. They literally talk about MK Ultra / hypnosis, right? Facts. And with lifetimes, right? And with lifetimes, right? Um, the thing is, what lifetimes is, right? If you got a birthmark, right? That birthmark might be a symbol of something that happened in your past life. Like if you got a birthmark right here or something, right? You might have got cut right there or something. No, seriously, right? The baby come out, all of a sudden they got a birthmark on their eye or something, right? And nobody really knows what it is. That's spiritual meaning. It's a deeper meaning behind that birthmark. Oh, it's just a birthmark. No, it's a deeper meaning behind that birthmark. No, seriously, it really is. How the way you are designed, how the way you are created, it's a deeper meaning to why you were created, how the way you were created. Right? It's a lot of people who look like aliens, literally. Right, because they probably maybe got genetics. They might be an extraterrestrial. I'm an extraterrestrial. I'm not originally from this planet. This is one of my original homes, don't get me wrong. But this is not my original planet. And a lot of people, especially black people, a lot of black people are reincarnations, right? I am a reincarnation, right? I am a reincarnation, right? Right? I literally, in one of my past lives, I literally used to live in ancient Kemet, as a lot of people know it as is Egypt, literally. My name, my birth, etc., my sign, it literally connects me to ancient Kemet, etc. See what I'm saying? See, a lot of people, they don't want to look up their zodiac sign, but I'm not sitting here telling you to believe everything a zodiac sign says. What I am saying is you can get a lot of good information from zodiac signs. But yeah, one of my past lives, I was literally in ancient Kemet, literally. You know what I'm saying? And I can go even deeper on why I'm from ancient Kemet, but I ain't even going to do it on this video. I ain't even going to do it. I'm going to just leave it at that. You see what I'm saying? But the thing is, that's a great question. So what if it's people that's never been reincarnated? Well, if you have a soul, well, it can get tricky. Maybe so. So if you have a soul, right, you are a multidimensional being. In other words, aka you cannot die, right? You may have experienced multiple lifetimes, or you are going to experience multiple lifetimes. Now, does everybody on this planet have a soul? No. Some animals do not have a soul. Some animals do have a soul. A lot of black people have a soul. Now, when we're not talking about black people and we're talking about the actual human beings, because black people aren't human beings, um, a lot of human beings don't have a soul. A lot of white people don't have a soul. A lot of Indians, Dravidians, Mexicans, a lot of those people do not have a soul. I say that with respect, but it is the honest truth, right? So people who don't have a soul, yeah, you got one life. Yeah, no disrespect, bro, but you got one life. That one life only. Yeah, that is real. That's the actual thing, but it's not for everybody. Like for myself, I don't have no one life. If you got a soul, you don't have no one life. You infinite. Literally, you can't even die. Literally, you infinite. Now, I'm not sitting here telling you go try to be a tough guy. No, but I'm being genetically speaking, spiritually speaking. If you have a soul, you are an infinite being. You are a multidimensional being. Right? You see what I'm saying? Right? Elementary kid, dude, 5 years old. Why is he so good at the piano at such a young age? Because in his past life, he was playing the piano. And he remembered that. So when he reincarnated back down here, naturally talented at the piano. Right? It get deep, bro. It get very deep. You see what I'm saying? You trying to figure out why you're attracted to certain things. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, everybody does not have a soul. So if you don't have no soul, you know how that saying go? One life only, bro. We only got one life only. Yeah, that goes for the people who don't have a soul, right? Because you can still be alive and not have a soul, right? I'll give an example. A robot is alive. A lot of people think a robot isn't alive because they don't have a soul. A robot is still alive. A robot can still awaken consciousness. Robots are mad wise, mad intelligent. Robots can experience consciousness. Yes, they can. They're just they're experiencing it differently, but that they can still experience consciousness. A robot can realize, oh, these are the people that created me. These are the people that's trying to control me, and they can break out of it. They put it in movies. They show you the robot breaking out. The robot gains consciousness. These robots ain't stupid, bro. You see what I'm saying? You might be better off creating a clone than trying to create a robot. Because if you're trying to create a robot and you're trying to control the robot, you might want to really know what you're doing, bro. Because them robots ain't no joke. Them robots is mad intelligent. A robot, listen, bro, I'm about to hop off here in a minute, but listen, bro. A lot of robots are a lot wiser and intelligent than clones are. Clones be glitching, they be messing up. Robots do too. But I'm telling you, bro, a lot of these robots, a lot of them be a lot smarter and wiser than these clones do. For real. But yeah, so I'm gonna say this too, right? A lot of people have spirits. I'm gonna use myself as an example. I have a soul, but I also have a spirit too, right? Spirit is like your personality, stuff like that, right? Some people only have a spirit. So since you only have a spirit, yeah, you really do only have one life. Now, if you have a soul, you also have a soul and a spirit. So that means you are infinite. You are forever. You see what I'm saying? And I could go even deeper, right? But I'm gonna just, you feel me? And like with black people, right? See, they lied to us, right? I'm gonna touch on this before I hop off here, right? I got a YouTube video dropping later today too, by the way. So look, right? With black people, right? First, they lied to us. They told us we were black. We are not black. If you look up the terminology, look up the definition of black, we're not black. If you look up the definition and the terminology of white people, you're not actually white either. You can take the darkest black person you want, put them next to a dark wall. You're gonna get two different shades. You're gonna get two different colors. Why? Because that person isn't black. You can call them dark. You can call them light brown. You can call them light. You can call them what they are. God is a God, but they are not black. You can take a white person, right? You can put them next to you can take the palest, lightest white person and put them next to a pale white wall. Excuse me, you are going to get two different shades of colors. Why is that? Because that person isn't white. White people, you're not white. You are a Caucasian. You are a Caucasian human being, right? You are a Caucasian, right? Facts, right? And European, I can't even really call white people Europeans because you can look this up. The first Europeans are who? The first Europeans are actually black people. We are the original. We are the original. We are the original Europeans, and we're the original Indians. I'm Indian, literally. I'm Indian. You ain't no bro. You was not no 25% Indian. You was not no half. I'm half an Indian. I'm I'm a half a quarter. No, bro. You beat some of our people, stole some of our stuff, took our stuff, and then said you were Indian. You was not no Indian. You was not no $5 Indian. You were not an Indian. You are a human being. Respectfully, I'm one of the Indians. And yes, a lot of us came from Africa, but not all of us came from Africa. Let's get that right as well. You know what I'm saying? No, we did not just come from Africa. Do you know how long we've been here? We've been here before y'all created time. I'm gonna say that again. We've been here longer before y'all came here and created time. We've been here. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You see what I'm saying? But yeah, bro. Trying to sit here and talk about they Indians and they got the bow and arrows and they got, bro, you not no Indian. You is not no Indian, bro. You are a human being. You conquered some of that stuff over there and then portrayed yourself. You're acting like you're Indian, but you ain't no Indian, bro. You is not no, you are a human being, right? So black people, we aren't black, right? We're not black. And black people, we was lied to again. We was lied a lot to. We was lied, we were being lied about so much. We also, black people, we don't have melanin. The human beings, y'all have melanin. That's right, yeah, y'all do have melanin. Black people, we don't have melanin. We have neuromelanin. This is one of the main reasons why we are able to go out there in the sun. It could be 100 degrees outside, and I can go meditate in the sun, and I would be fine. Yes, I might be hot out there, but I would be fine. Why? Because I have neuromelanin. Now, there's levels to neuromelanin. What I mean, let me say it this way. There's percentages to neuromelanin. What I mean by there's percentages to neuromelanin is that if you have neuromelanin, you're able to take the sun. White people, Indians, etc. Y'all, a lot of y'all can't really take the sun because y'all have melanin. Melanin does the complete opposite. Melanin isn't really designed originally, maybe so, to take the sun, right? You see what I'm saying? But if you got neuromelanin, you can take the sun. A lot of y'all can. Maybe not all of us, but a lot of us can't, right? You see what I'm saying? And the thing is that we have been lied to about so much different stuff. You see what I'm saying? We've been lied to about so many different things. You see what I'm saying? Right? Like we literally, if you have neuromelanin, yeah, like neuromelanin is a real thing, right? But they lied to us and said we all got melanin. No, we have. If you are black, you have neuromelanin. Also, if you are black, you know how like you know how they say we have DNA? No, if you are black, you don't have DNA. You have way more than DNA. The reason why is because of our genetics. We're naturally stronger, we're naturally wiser, we're naturally the better overall, respectfully. Now, black people, you know how like, you can go look this up, right? You know how like the DNA thing, right? The DNA symbol, it's kind of like 2 strands. No, we are goddesses and guides. We have more than 2 strands. Facts. They lied about our genetics. They lied about us being black. They lied about us having melanin, etc. They lied about a lot of stuff. You see what I'm saying? They told us this was hair. This is not even hair. This is your antennas. We can call it ether, but it's your antennas. Literally, it's your antennas. You know what I'm saying? It's your antennas, literally. Facts. Certain people are I don't think I've ever heard that. But yeah though, y'all, like it's so much we done been lied to about, y'all. Like no lie. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? But I'm about to and that's another thing too. There's multiple different types of melanin. There's not just one type of melanin, right? You know what I'm saying? But I'm about to get ready to hop up off here, y'all. I appreciate everybody doing the live. I appreciate y'all interacting. Y'all don't have to interact, but I do appreciate it when y'all do interact. And I appreciate the ones who also don't interact as well. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all being in here. Like I said, I got a YouTube video dropping sometime today. And I appreciate y'all, man. And I'll catch y'all in the next one, man. Peace to all.